guys, how y'all doing? I hope you're all doing great. Welcome back to Care Life Podcast. If you're new here, my name is Mackenzie. Yeah, pleasure meeting you. And just take a moment, okay? Just take a moment, hit that follow button, especially if you're listening to us on Spotify. If you're not, and you're on Apple Podcasts, do the same thing, but remember to leave us a rating and review. We love hearing what you have to say regarding our episodes and our podcast in general. So today, what do we have going on today? Nothing, basically. Yeah, this is a nothing episode, but don't click away, even though it's a nothing episode. We are gonna talk about the new year, what has happened in the last couple of weeks, especially to me because this has been bonkers, not in a good way. My year started off horribly. Okay, let me just tell y'all. So everybody had an amazing Christmas. I hope the holidays were marvelous. Nobody got sick, I hope. Okay, flu, the holiday flu doesn't count. If you had the holiday flu, it's tradition, right? But I had such hopes for the new year, you would not believe it. And on New Year's Eve, that's on the 30th, I woke up and guess what? I threw out my back. I didn't know even that was possible. I'm 22 walking 80. I threw out my back. And you might be wondering, what were you doing? Did you lift with your back and not your knees? No. It was 8 in the morning and I woke up from my... Wow, Spotify, you have perfect timing. This is an ADHD episode.
Listening freedom with Spotify Premium Duo.
Sure.
Tune in together or make the most of time apart to recharge with your own playlists, albums, and podcasts. Tap the banner to learn more.
I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I'm not. Spotify, let us go back to our lo-fi music, please. It's 10:30. Okay, now we're back. Good. That was not sponsored, by the way. It's just Spotify being Spotify. And I'll refuse to pay for Spotify Premium. I'm not doing that. Anyways, it was the morning of the 30th December 2023. I woke up feeling so happy that the year had ended, that I could just leave everything behind during that year and I could just start with a new canvas. And I woke up and there it was. My back hurt. Like, I just stood up and I was locked. I was locked on my stance. I was just standing and locked. Turns out I threw out my back by waking up from my bed and standing. Yeah. So I had a very, very horrible New Year's. The pain went on all the way into the first Saturday of this month. Basically had my brother to help out. He had to go back to school on the when was it? On the 8th or on the 9th? I don't even remember. So he helped me out until the 6th, my younger brother, and then he went back to school. So you can imagine, I started my new year and ended my old one with back pains, like severe back pains. I've never felt so uncomfortable in my life, and I never want to feel that pain again. And then this is the funniest thing, actually. It's sad and funny, and my anxieties and paranoia is skyrocketing. This week on Tuesday, yeah, if I'm not wrong, Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, in Australia it will be Wednesday. Yeah, so Tuesday. I woke up. This day I've been waking up late, and I'll explain why later on, but I woke up, it's 9 a.m., woke up, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna head on to the bathroom and pee. And I opened the door, and one of my greatest fears was right there. Like, right there. A freaking rat from the sewers, like Master Splinter vibes, had just crawled up. The apartment's like 4 floors up. It crawled up from the sewer on the ground level, went up through the pipes, and decided that the toilet that I was gonna go on is the one that rat was gonna pop on. I swear to God, I screamed so hard. I just woke up, and this is the first thing I see at 9 a.m. I even didn't have my morning coffee. My brain is disoriented. I just got out of bed. I didn't have time to process. I just walked out the door, went to my neighbors. They weren't in. Apparently, they went to work that day, so I was alone on my floor. So I went up, got my landlord, and I'm like, "Hey, there's a rat in my toilet." And he's like, "Did it get in from the door, from the window? How? You even live in the fourth floor?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it crawled up the pipes. It's stuck in the toilet." So he had to come and get it out. And we tried flushing it, like in a humane way, but it wouldn't go away. So he literally had to, this is gonna sound bad, but we really had to smack it until it died in the toilet. And we had to find like the most non-invasive, non-gruesome way. So he had to use a toilet brush, and he just smacked it over and over and over, and all I could hear is this screeching that this rat makes. Now I'm paranoid. I can't pee without checking. I can't sit down without checking the bathroom like every hour. Every little noise scares me. Like, even if I hear a little bit screech from a car outside, my brain assumes it's the rat, it's back. Even if I know it's dead and gone, I think it's back. And then 2 days ago, you might think that, oh, what a bad thing could happen to you, Kenzie. Well, 2 days ago, the entire house flooded. I kid you not. And no, it didn't rain inside the house. A faucet caused the flooding. It wasn't the sink faucet, it wasn't the bathroom faucet. Once again, the toilet. You know how you flush the toilet? Yeah. So our toilet has the previous version, like not buttons. We have like this manual handle that you flush with. I know you know what I'm saying. And somehow it overfilled. I don't know how, but it overfilled. And mind you, I went to bed at 1 a.m. I went to bed at 1 a.m. The house was completely dry. Woke up at 8 a.m. and the first thing I do is just step into a puddle of water in my room. Like, I'm saying flooding because the crocs were floating away. It was croc floating flood in my house. So I had to mop out 90 liters of water. I don't even know how many gallons those are, but I had to mop out 9 rounds of bucket water. And my bucket is 10 liters. It carries 10 liters worth of water. So I had to do it 9 times. The house is spotless, I know, and yes, I was planning to clean the house initially, but why did you have to flood? Is this how we're starting the new year? Seriously? With back pains, a mouse, and the house flooding? Like, right now, I don't even want to move. I don't want to move. I'm just seated. Right now, as I'm recording this, I'm seated on the sofa with my legs propped up, just enjoying the night. Currently, as I'm recording this, is 11. It's 11 p.m. And that's how I've decided to ride out this year. No expectations, because it started with freaking disappointments, so that's how we're gonna go on. No expectations whatsoever. We're just winging it this year. But besides all that, for these 20 days that we've been in this new year, there have been a couple of good things that have happened. Yeah, just a couple. Well, first, I did my mental health assessment for the year, the first one, and since I did it on the 19th, yesterday, if you're listening to this, I've recorded this on the 20th, so yeah, on the 19th I did my mental health assessment, and so with the rest of the year I have to do it every single month on the 19th.
No matter the size of your business,
Great.
we know you've
Back
got
again with
stories to
Amazon.
tell. And Spotify has audiences
Oh,
who
I mean
listen.
Spotify.
We also have voice actors to help tell your story.
And background tracks to set the vibe, and professionals to record and mix your ad.
Well, I don't care about that.
An ad just like this one for free with our self-serve advertising manager, Spotify Ad Studio. Sounds good?
No.
Search online for Be Heard, BE space HEARD to get started.
I don't want to do that. Okay, we're back. Great. Where was I? Okay, I've just my brain just went. I've forgotten what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was taking my mental health assessment for the month. Turns out they're concerning. Yeah, let me try to pull it up and so I can read it for you. Apparently, I do have anxiety, that was for certain. And also, I'm just sad. There's no sign of depression, which is good. Sometimes things make you sad, and that's because of all the books and movies I've been watching over the holidays. It's not depression, it's sadness. Yeah, so nobody come for me, okay? And also, it turns out that I have a high risk of developing psychosis. Who knew? Not me. That was hard to find out. Yeah, and according to the test, now I have to find a therapist. Yeah, because I've always presumed it, but not the psychosis part, the me needing a therapist part. And it's a future plan, but not right now. Right now, I'll just do self-assessments. I'll keep a file of all the assessments I've done. That's why I'm doing it every single month. And then once I get around the whole getting a professional therapist, paying this therapist to speak to them, then and only then will I share my what can I call them, my tests. Yeah. Also, they realized that yeah, I do have ADHD, but no signs of PTSD. I'm not bipolar, and I may have an eating disorder, and that's because of the way I didn't eat well when I had my back pains. Yeah, because for the eating disorder test, they assessed me in terms of the last 2 weeks, and in terms of how many meals you've eaten or how many meals you've skipped. So I skipped them intentionally because I couldn't move, and it was just painful to move. So a majority of what I took as meals or constituted as meals was coffee. I drank a lot of coffee. Yeah, like my bloodstream is coffee right now because I really had to be on bed rest a majority of the hours, and when I wake up it's just going to the bathroom or stretching. So yeah, I think I'll retake the test again after a month. That's why every single test, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tests, and I have to take them every single month, or at least 4 to 6 weeks apart from the first test that you took. And I keep a record of it. The website helps me keep a record of it, and when you're going to see a medical professional, you can just print it out so that they just have a visual, like a skeleton of what your prognosis is. So yeah. Also, for the new year, I decided to create a habit tracker. You know, I found them on what's it called, eBay. Some people were selling PDF versions of it. I didn't buy it because it's a spreadsheet and I can recreate it basically. So I did that, and it's like all the things that I do within a day, like yoga and meditation and cleaning and all that, even simple things like making a bed. So you just click the checkbox, and then when it comes to my habit tracker, the spreadsheet, you can have an average calculation in terms of percentage per day, and then it changes colors. So let's say I had on that day, in terms of what I did that day, it was a 50% achievement, it turns green. If it was below that, it turns blue. And if it's way, way below that, it turns red to tell me, hey, you didn't do a lot today, so you gotta get going. And in regards to that, I also started journaling. It took me a while because I didn't want to write it. I wanted to have it all digital, record them like the way I do this podcast, because it's easier. Like, once again, like I said, if you get a therapist, it's easier for them to listen to audio versions of your journals than reading them, right? So I started journaling. I started doing a gratitude list every single day. And also, I joined the Rare Beauty Comfort Club, and it's been amazing. You guys, you have to join it. I don't know what I can say about it to convince you, but for me, I've never felt so happy by just being a part of something. Yeah, so with the Rare Beauty Comfort Club, they offer an array of exercises and yoga and meditation. They also do like self massages, like for your arms, for relaxation. And my favorite actually is the self hand massage, and also the evening yoga. Yeah, I was doing the morning yoga, and then the evening one. Oh, my body hurts right now. I woke up sore. I felt like I'd been hit by a Ford F-150 truck, but to be fair, I had an amazing sleep. And I know the soreness was because I hadn't done yoga in so long. So by doing it in this impromptu way and then having this amazing sleep, and then I woke up, my body was so loose, I could feel every single spot that hurt. So now I've vouched that every single evening I'm gonna do the evening yoga. And when I wake up in the morning, after I do my morning meditation, after I do any other chores I've done in the morning, taking a shower, I'll do the morning massages as well. I'll keep you guys updated, of course, but you have to join the club. If it's the one thing you're gonna do this year for yourself, basically for your well-being, just join the Rare Beauty Comfort Club, because there is nothing better than that, truly. Plus it's free. That's the beauty of it. It's free. You don't have to scour the internet to find hundreds upon hundreds of meditations. You don't have to start googling all these things or what kind of meditation or what kind of yoga you should be doing. They have selected it for you. It's, when I tell you it's amazing, it's amazing. So just take my word for it and join the club. You can just go onto the Rare Beauty site and then you can see it. Or I'll also link it. Yeah, I'll link it on this episode. Yeah, so you can see it for yourself. So thank you, Miss Gomez, for that. I know you'll never hear this podcast, but thank you.
Why you should advertise on Spotify.
Wow, you guys, you see? Spotify is milking these ads. This is the third ad we've had. This is the third ad we've had since we began recording. It's been less than 20 minutes, and we've had 3 ads.
With Ad Studio, our self-serve ad manager. Search online for Be Heard. BE_HEARD.
I don't want to do that. Hooray, we're back. Great. Now, where was I? Yeah, I was thanking Miss Gomez, Miss Selena Gomez, for giving us Rare Beauty Comfort Club. You and your team at Rare Beauty is amazing. So thank you, Miss Gomez. Also, you guys, there's this thing I'm writing. Leave alone the novels. I did this self-experimentation over the holidays. To be specific, December, from the 1st to the 31st. I was testing out my sleep quality, and it's a case study I did on myself. And after I did that, you guys will get to see the whole document once I upload it. It will be free access. But once I did that, now I cannot sleep without a metronome. To be exact, a metronome beeping at 40 beats per minute. I tried everything. I tried 30, I tried 20, I tried 60. 40 was the goal point for me. And I tell you, it knocked me out. I slept so beautifully. Unless I was sick, I was knocked out for 8 hours. 8 hours. And now I can't help it. Every night I have to click on the metronome, 40 beats a minute, and within less than 30 minutes, I'm out. Knocked out. Before that, I tried other sounds. I tried airplane jets. It took me 2 hours to sleep. I tried the air conditioning sounds. It took me even longer. I even tried rain sounds. It takes me even longer. Metronomes. It's like you're hypnotizing yourself to sleep. It's like self-hypnosis. I know that's not a thing, but yeah, it's like self-hypnosis, and I loved it. It's not my favorite thing to do. Every evening, you meditate, put on the metronome, 30 minutes in, you're out for 8 hours. Never felt so peaceful. Never. Oh, I love this. Happy Mogi by Luke's Beats. By the way, whatever you're hearing in the background, it's lo-fi music on Spotify. That's why we have all the ads. I refuse to pay for Spotify Premium. Like, why would I? It's not like they're sending me things. So why would I pay for it? If they start forcing people to pay, we're going back to YouTube. Anyway, speaking of Spotify, the podcast has a new segment. You guys, we have a new segment on Saturdays, and there'll be a chill like this one. Yeah, there'll be chill like this one. The segment is called Late Night Odds. So we will be heading out on Reddit and reading everything. Your confessionals, your weird stories, your weird finds. We'll be scouring the internet. And who knows, when we start streaming the podcast, that will be the segment that we're streaming. And I thought that I'd just kick it off here on the podcast itself before we take it on to Twitch. So if it works here, we will move the segment for the podcast on Twitch. So you guys, you just tell me, do you like the chill version or the interview version? Because the interview versions are not going anywhere. We'll still have those every Monday at 9 a.m. PST, but on the weekends we'll have this chill episode where we get to talk and just listen to lo-fi music, because I'm pretty sure that they will not try to say that this is copyrighted. It's hard to copyright lo-fi music, I know that, because how would you find it, right? Or am I being too naive about that? We'll see. But anyways, guys, that's all I had to tell you today. Yeah, we just had to listen to lo-fi music. Spotify had to invade us with 3 ads, and I'm not cutting anything out. So if you've made it this far, love you. Kisses, guys. And remember, just hit that follow button. Everything is free here. Just hit that follow button. Leave us a rating. Please just leave us a rating. We love to hear about what you like about the podcast, what you'd like to see more, who would you like to hear from, especially when it comes to this segment. What topics would you like us to discuss? Because I know you'll see this episode. You that you're listening, just go and comment right now. It can be an anonymous comment, right? It can be any topic you can think of. It's not too corny for me. We will find it. Trust me, the topic you want, we will find it. So just hit that follow button and share it. Just share it out, because we've had 55 other episodes on this podcast, and we were hoping that with these 2 segments now, the regular segments on Mondays and these specials on Saturdays, that the podcast will be more consistent. Because with just having a guest on the podcast, scheduling, it gets hard. But if I go back to episodes like this where it was just me and you listening to each other, just talking, it's good, it's nice, it makes it easy for me to like plan ahead. So you guys just tell me what you think about the podcast. Tell me what you're looking forward to. Tell me your dreams for this year. What do you hope for? And until I see you guys again next Saturday, I want you guys to stay safe. I want you guys to stay pretty because you guys are so cute and I love you guys so much. So you guys stay pretty, stay healthy, and take care of yourself this year. Bye.